Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the On Fire podcast with Dylan and James. This is Dylan.
And this is James. Still on fire.
We are still on fire. Hope that all of you listeners out there have been doing well. We apologize for the slack we've allowed in the delivery of our episodes. I can say with absolute singularity that James is 100% at fault for the delay. Go ahead.
You know, it's just, we need a mourning period. I'm still not over this Vegas debacle. We just need to mourn. There's more important things to be doing than podcasting in this time of need for our country.
Let the record show that this Las Vegas incident, as tragic as it is, happened earlier this morning, and so had nothing to do with my absolute negligence in producing the podcast.
Well, not with that attitude.
All right, let's jump right into it here. Thanks for bearing with us. To get us started here, we are going to start with a quick update of America's favorite baseball team. The Seattle Mariners have officially been eliminated from playoff contention, to the surprise of fans.
Well, only mathematically.
Which, unfortunately, is the only way the scorekeepers care.
Shit.
Fuck. In our hearts, they will never be eliminated.
Well, I'll tell you right now what I said at the beginning of the season. Next year is our year. This is just practice for then, man.
You know, that's some great insight, and I totally appreciate it. I think it was as prescient the first day of the season as it is today. James Paxton, by the way, never pitched a game after we sat down and I raved over his performance, and we created the James Paxton Player of the Week.
Man, I guess he gets the James Paxton Injury of the Week award then for the season.
Might as well.
And indefinitely.
And football season is a great season to have the Injury of the Week award.
Ugh. Yeah.
All right. Before we get into the NFL, very quickly, wanted to talk and see if there's any good TV shows or movies you've picked up recently.
Movies, no. Unfortunately, I think it's kind of a bum moment for those right now. TV shows, we'll do a little back and forth here. My first one is Nathan For You, which I preach to everyone under the sun. It's just so impossibly awkward, but so impossibly funny for me. I love it. Can't get enough of it.
It's so funny, and his recent interview with Bill Simmons, I think, was a perfect example of his absolute deadpan delivery in the face of absolute absurdity.
I'll tell you real quick. So the season just premiered this previous Thursday, and in the first episode, he convinces a guy to legally change his name to the actor who plays Kramer in Seinfeld.
Michael Richards?
Yes. So they find like the worst impersonator so he can borrow this guy's debit card who just changed his name, go in and leave a $10,000 tip to get really a lot of popularity for the restaurant.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh my God.
Did people believe him?
Oh yeah.
He didn't even have to drop the N-word.
Nope.
Wow. Good for him.
That's funny. He don't worry, they addressed that.
Oh, good. Of course he did. So was I thinking.
What about you?
I have to watch that. I have not been on the cutting edge of TV recently. I've been going through The Wire for probably the 7th time in my life.
That's too many. That's too many, man.
It's been a lot of times, but it's just so good every time.
Do you find yourself finding small things that you didn't notice the times before, or is it just appreciating stuff a little bit more?
I think a little bit of both. At this point, when I do find something I haven't noticed before, it's pretty shocking because, like I said, I've been a little obsessive over this show. But the storytelling continues to be as good as it was the first time I watched it, and McNulty will always be in our hearts.
Yeah, I've still not watched that, so sue me.
I will.
Something we both watched, though, Ballers. Are you 100% caught up on that?
I am not.
So this was my least favorite season until the last 2 episodes, which I think bring it back to everything I liked about it in the first place. Yes. Very much get back to a lot of the good things. I think you'll like it. I won't ruin anything right now.
Okay. Appreciate that. I will be caught up by the next time we sit down and record this podcast.
Couple other things, if you don't mind.
Absolutely not.
Tour de Pharmacy.
Ooh.
Watch that.
Okay.
As soon as you can. That's the Andy Samberg spoof on the cycling. John Cena and that is so good.
John Cena?
Oh, yeah. So many famous people in it. And so many famous dudes hang dong. Orlando Bloom.
I am in.
Oh, yeah. His is prosthetic, unfortunately. But
don't tell me that.
Sorry. And on my to-do list, I need to rewatch Westworld in anticipation of the new season.
Oh, new season coming up.
Yes.
I did not stick it out.
You need to.
Yeah, I keep hearing that. Okay.
Watch the full season. If you don't like the entire season, then just don't watch anything going forward.
Yeah. That seems like a fair bet, and I'm definitely going to give it a shot. All right. In the interest of time and the attention of our listeners here, let's get to the segment everyone in the world has been waiting for.
Drum roll.
Our NFL superlatives.
Superlatives. The mooch.
I will get us started on the right foot here.
Let's do it.
Who is, players or coaches, most likely to crash their car on the way to practice?
So I could think this out and go really funny, I believe. I'm just going to go gut reaction.
Yeah.
And I hope this does not come off as racist at all. But for some reason, Mike Tomlin is the first thing that pops into my mind.
Oh, okay.
I picture him just being out way too late and just being hammered, stumbling into his SUV and just driving, just wrong side of the highway, weaving in and out of cars.
But he still makes it to practice.
Oh, yeah. He makes it there.
Absolutely.
4 flats, but he makes it.
You got me. I'm in. Okay. I'm in on Mike Tomlin.
Your move.
I was going to go with Matt Stafford. Everyone knows.
For very similar reasons.
I'm a big Matt Stafford fan. And
oh,
yes, for pretty much the exact reasons you just laid out for Mike Tomlin.
Oh, man. So there's this old accounting manager at my company. Gary. Really old. No one wants to talk to him, but obviously diehard Seahawks fan, being from Seattle.
Go Hawks.
And I heard him in the kitchen today talking to some lady. They were talking about I think the Lions played the Packers, and he's like, oh yeah, we're going to squeeze out a big win. She's like, you wish, and walks away. I was like, are you a Lions fan? He's like, no, I just fucking hate the Packers.
Yes.
He's like, I'm still not over that bullshit against the Seahawks a long time ago. I was like, all right, cool.
Seattle sports fans right there.
Sorry, Drew.
I'm not.
Oh. Okay, my first one. Which head coach is most likely to be the next Jeff Fisher indefinitely? Who's he passing the torch to? That's just what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a hell of a legacy to have to pick up.
Yes.
Big shoes to fill, as they say. That's a tough one because I think the coaching carousel moves quicker.
It does.
The more we move on.
So So this assumes they get to keep their job.
Yep.
They shouldn't, but they probably do for a long time, and are very mediocre.
I mean, the existing Jeff Fisher right now got to be Chuck Pagano. It's 6 seasons in now, and he's done what?
But he had cancer. You can't fire him.
He did have cancer. That's a very fair point. I love the argument. Would Chuck Pagano have a job if he didn't have cancer?
No, not a fucking chance.
Not as an NFL head coach, at least. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But as for the next generation of Fishers,
okay.
I could see Jay Gruden hanging on to a job longer than he should.
Yeah.
Everything about that team right now just comes at me as average. I mean, obviously they had a huge win against Oakland last week. They're playing probably as we speak right now. Another big game. But I don't see any consistency. I don't think Cousins is going to lead them anywhere great. And I think Jay Gruden will be carried by his name and kind of his reputation longer than he deserves. Just as Jeff Fisher wrote a Super Bowl appearance from.
Good. Well thought out answer. I like it. Side note, nothing to do with this. I totally called Terrell Pryor being just trash this year.
You absolutely did. I wanted to bring that up. You absolutely did.
So mine, when we said we were going to do this, this is the question that popped into my head within seconds, and my answer also with it.
Hell yeah.
Ben McAdoo.
Oh.
I think he's just going to be so bad forever, and he's always going to be with Eli as well.
Yep.
And they're just going to ride into the sunset together.
And the New York Giants is absolutely the team that's going to give a coach way more time than he deserves.
Oh, yeah. And he's funny looking, so that helps.
At least he has a different bad haircut this year.
Word.
Got him.
Roast.
All right. Next up on the superlatives here, we will call this the Bill Chromatica. Who is most likely to get injured while celebrating a play?
Oh, man. If you would have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said Travis Kelce. Don't think I can do that now.
Oh.
He's a bona fide pro. More coordinated than he looks, too.
Let's not go too far.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I'm going to go with Chris Johnson. Again, not a funny answer, but I could see him in his new streak of getting run.
Yep.
Just gets a, fourth carry of the game, end of the game touchdown, goes in there and does one of his dumb little sprinting celebrations, gets hurt.
I totally could see it. I think that's a very good and reasonable answer.
Not funny, though. Man, lacking the humor department today.
God.
Rats.
Today.
Who's yours? Dang it.
Roasted.
Man, that gets the freaking James Paxton burn of the episode. If it's hot on the grill, it's James Paxton.
Oh, man, we suck. All right. Mine most likely to get injured celebrating, in the vein of Bill Dramatica, is Blair Walsh. Nobody is more desperate for confidence and success and for people to see them succeed than Blair Walsh. And that is just a recipe for a celebration-induced torn ACL.
So very, weirdly, my mind runs a million miles an hour. Things pop up, images, videos, as soon as something is said.
Think A Beautiful Mind.
Yes, thank you. Except for freaking genius. But as soon as you said Blair Walsh, I just pictured him going up to kick and the holder just pulling it back and Charlie Browning him.
Oh, yeah.
Another good question would have been most likely to get Charlie Brown, and he would have been the answer.
I'm ready to get down for next week.
Dang it.
He would be the best person to Charlie Brown now.
Oh, yeah.
He already mopes around.
I feel like someone would try to Charlie Brown Hauschka, and Hauschka knows it, beelines the other direction, kicks it out of his hands. Good.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Fair to assume that would happen.
Hauschka would first kick the holder and then kick the ball through.
What if he just kicked the holder and both of them went through? Just that powerful.
I believe it. I mean, it's God.
Prove that it didn't happen.
Exactly right.
All right. My next one. Which current NFL player is most likely to start all the rest of the season, not lose their spot, but not make a roster next season, not due to age?
Not due to age.
Correct.
So they will start all year.
Yes. Want to play next year, but not get rostered.
Wow. And not due to age.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one.
Are there any flashes in the pan, so to speak? Well, my answer, I decided to go the kicker route. A little bit of a cop-out.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But I went with Young Ho Koo.
Oh.
I wanted to love the guy, but he single-handedly lost them a game and is terrible.
Yeah.
And there's a very short leash with kickers right now. And I think he's going to get let go. Probably. Well, I think he's going to stick out this season and then be done. For at least 1 year. Until an injury occurs where he gets picked up.
Yeah, until there's another gimmick. I guess it might be towing the line a little bit, but I could say Chris Johnson. It might be because of age.
No, I think when I say because of age, I mean retiring, not wanting to play that way. If it's because of their skills declined as a result of their age, but they still want to play, but just no one will get them. I think Chad Johnson.
Chris Johnson, yeah.
Well, I was thinking Chad Johnson. Ochocinco?
He's retired, isn't he?
No, but he won it. Well, yeah, but he wanted to play.
Just
kind of like that.
I see. Yes, I think Chris Johnson's going to be that guy next year.
For the next 5 years?
Yeah. He, just as he did this year, he doesn't start on a roster, but he's like the first or second running back that's on the call list if you need one.
Mm-hmm. Can I say I think the Seahawks should have got Jamal Charles?
I think, yeah.
His yards per carry right now is through the roof.
He's on my fantasy team, so he's having a better than expected year, but I agree he is still a shitty CJ Anderson. I just don't know how Jamal Anderson would survive behind the Seahawks offensive line. In years past, they've at least been competent at run blocking, but that's just not.
Fair enough. Just one tackle, just a cloud.
Yeah, exactly like that.
All right, what's your last one?
My last one, maybe my favorite one.
Uh-oh.
Which NFL player...
Just the biggest dumbass smirk on his face.
or coach is most likely to be embezzling money from their own charity?
Ooh. I hate myself for this, but Thomas Brady.
Yes. Okay. Didn't even think about that.
That's got to be the right answer.
That's probably the right answer. Alternatively,
let's hear the funny one.
I was going to say JJ Watt.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
Oh, the media would still find a reason to love him, though.
But he's white. Oh, that guy, there's no way he's not a piece of shit behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've been pretty outspoken about this.
Let's play a game. Word association.
Okay.
I'm going to say something.
Okay.
You give me your immediate reaction of what you think about.
Okay.
JJ Watt.
Fake.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, micro penis comes to mind.
Oh. I could see micro penis. He could just be compensating. Probably is.
He is.
I've thought about this before.
Yeah, we should have. All right, my last one. Phillip Rivers.
Oh.
We know he's straight. He has a boatload of kids.
Yes, he does.
But it's been proven recently that he was in an all-male threesome with 2 straight NFL players on different teams. Name those 2 players.
Well, first, might be a cop-out. It's going to be Antonio Gates. There's no way he's not.
They have to be on a different team, though.
Have to be on a different team.
Have to be.
Okay.
I can give my 2 too, since this is a lot.
This is a great one. Do they have to be current players?
Played at some point.
Yeah, okay. So, there's a couple angles we can take here. I think I'm going to go with the obvious and the correct angle, which is to say, who is a fiery competitor, who brings a passion for the game. And by this, I mean the game of taking dick. And
I thought you were going to say Ray Lewis right there.
Similar. Brian Urlacher.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. He just looks like a dick.
With a barbed wire tour like that, there's no way he doesn't hang out in gay clubs.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to follow that up with another fiery quarterback.
When I think of fiery, passion, love for the game, I think of Jay Cutler.
Ooh, I could see that. Someone's got to fill that role, though. You know what I mean?
Did you see that play of him in the Wildcat this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Quintessential Jay Cutler.
He's a hero.
He's coming from my heart.
Oh, I'm not going to go there. All right, absolutely. That's a great question. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better answer.
My 2. You're going to like the second one a lot more than the first. My first one's Eric Dicker.
Okay, yeah. He's a good-looking guy.
You can see it.
Yeah.
The funny one, Clay Matthews. How not surprised would you be?
Not right now. I think it's more probable than not that Clay Matthews has been in an all-male threesome.
And he's the guy who's like, no, I won't suck it. You suck it. I'm not gay. He yells that at him the whole time.
He says the word queer a lot in this situation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Well,
man.
There's our superlatives.
Gold, as always. All right. Looking at our agenda here, we can move right on into our divisional champion predictions.
Start with the AFC.
Let us start with the AFC.
We start with my favorite one.
Yes, very quickly. Just to clarify, we have had some issues with continuity here. This is immediately following the Week 4 games. Today is Monday, October 2nd. Go ahead.
All right, we'll start with AFC East.
Okay.
Currently, Bills in the lead, Dolphins in last. Mm-hmm. Patriots are going to win out.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. Bills are fluke.
Well, you say like win out? Like win every game from here out?
No, it's just like the division.
Yes.
In comparison. Yeah. I think it'll be them. I think the Dolphins might get their shit together and at least tie or maybe get one game up on the Bills. Jets are going to fall off the cliff. Lose out. What about you?
I totally agree with you. I mean, yes, maybe the Dolphins will get their shit together, but one thing we know for sure, Jay Cutler will be paid $10 million to play.
Amen. We'll high five on air really loud to that. Oh, yeah. That's
You're welcome, listeners.
Do you think the Dolphins will pass the Bills or no?
I have no idea what to think of the Bills right now. So my gut would say yes. That being said, that Bills defense is playing their ass off. And if Ty God's going to be Ty God, who knows?
All right. AFC West, what do you got?
AFC West, maybe this is the hot pick right now. They're 3-0. They're playing tonight, as we said, probably right now. This is the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, they opened strong against your Patriots. They have a lot of explosion on the offensive side of that ball. That defense has been top 5 defense for several years now. I'm a known Broncos hater. I think they are the second best team. I think that Oakland is the third best team in that division, and then the Chargers are kind of just
whoa
afterthought.
But that threesome,
it would be a hell of a threesome.
No. I think those are good safe picks. If I had to go with my gut feeling though, so I'm looking at points for and points allowed right now.
Yep.
And the Raiders defense has been right there. They're not terrible. They're not as good as the Chiefs, but I would put them almost on par with the Broncos this season so far, at least. Their offense has just been garbage, and I think that's something that'll get worked out once they get their shit together. I think it's going to be a combination of them doing really well and the Chiefs kind of falling off a ledge, similar like the Vikings do every year. I feel like the Chiefs are kind of right there as well.
That's true. They do have a strong history of doing that.
So I'm going to go Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos end up going third, which would be really bad for them.
Yeah, which would be really awesome for us.
Oh, yeah. I'd like it. Suck a dick, Josh.
Eat it, Josh. Do we know, and this is really bad that I don't know this, Derek Carr, is he okay? Did we get a kind of a prognosis on his injury?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's
He'll
fine.
be back easy.
Cool. Just put some fucking cortisone in there. Rub some dirt on it.
Now the weirdest division.
North?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh by default, right?
Big Ben looks bad.
Yes, he does.
I really wanted to have an edgy pick here, but I think I'm going to have to go them. I think the Bengals are going to come out of the gates of hell and make a nice little comeback, but it might not be enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the ceiling for the Bengals is not as high as the ceiling for the Steelers, obviously.
Very true. Their new offensive coordinator, though, he's already in was 1 to 2 weeks getting rid of a lot of the problems that they've had the last 2 years.
That's a fair point. It remains to be seen what talent is really there on the offensive side of the ball. And I really hope someone besides the Steelers wins this.
Man, 2 little quick notes too. Ravens, way worse than I thought. What the hell happened to them?
They were one of my preseason picks for surprising teams.
And the Browns, I thought they would have a decent little year, maybe win like 4 or 5 games, but that's not looking like the case.
No, and they showed some signs of hope early in the year.
I know.
Fell apart already. Oh, man.
Now for a division I really like, the AFC South.
Yeah, who would have thought?
The Jaguars are young and exciting AF.
Is that your pick?
No.
No.
I think I'm going to go Titans.
Yeah.
I think they'll get their stuff together. Hopefully Mariota's okay for my fantasy reasons and no other reason.
I looked it up right before this, and it said he has a tweaked hamstring. He may not even miss a game. So, yeah, hopefully he's okay, but we know how those can hang around. Maybe I'm letting my bias get the best of me. Titans obviously got the best of the Seahawks last week.
That's not saying much.
Eat shit and die. But I just don't think there's enough there. The Texans, who the fuck knows? And
Their last week, though, Texans put up so many points.
And this week, too.
Yeah. They just got Will Fuller back. I think their offense has a lot of potential. I really like their quarterback a lot.
Do you think NFL teams, once they have 5 games of tape on Deshaun Watson, you think same stuff?
I'm kind of partial to say yes, but not to that degree.
Yeah.
I think they can figure him out. They can limit some of those big runs he's going to rip off and a couple of their easier routes. But he has a good arm. He seems to have a decent little pocket presence and the little bit I've watched of him. Yep. I think he's their franchise guy.
He's making the right choices right now.
For sure.
So.
The Colts can eat shit and die.
Yeah, we can all agree on that. We can all agree on that.
NFC, the NF Sizzle.
All right. Should we go the same order?
Yeah, start it off.
All right. So we'll start with the NFC East here. No one is really jumping out of the gate and taking this by the throat. I think the Cowboys probably the closest ones here. I believe we kind of both picked that they would not be what they were last year coming into the season. But would we have picked the Giants to be 0-4?
No.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Yeah.
They'll still beat the Patriots.
I hope so. We can all hope so.
Blow it up. Blow it up!
What do you think?
I gotta go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carson Wentz is playing real good, and he's looking real good again. That being said, I think they're slightly overrated, and the Redskins, I think, are very overrated. I'm never going to be on with Kirkland Brand Cousins.
No. Yeah, he's so average. And, yeah, I should admit, I've not actually sat down and watched a minute of a Philadelphia Eagles game yet this year. So, they could be the best team. I just, no.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, either.
Their defense is not good.
Not at all.
NFC West? Ugh.
All right, I have some hesitation in making this pick. That being said, I'm going to pick
Fuck off. The Seahawks, yeah, they should. Yeah. They're good. They're the best team.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, obviously, years past, we've talked about Rams as a scary team to be worried about. But Jet Fisher not being there, combined with sustained success and some consistency over the last few weeks, that team's legitimately scary.
Yeah, I'll give you the same argument you just gave me, though. What are teams going to do when they have a legitimate 3 to 4 games tape to watch on old Goff?
Yep, I agree with you. I'm not a full believer in Goff yet.
Cardinals, once again, right? Worse than I thought.
Yeah, and I love it. It's fucking wonderful.
They're not good. Their offense is garbage, and their defense is, once again, overrated.
Maybe this is just me hating him, but every time the camera pans to Bruce Arians, it just looks to me like he's thinking about who the fuck can I blame for my failure this time? Because we know he's not going to take accountability.
Oh, never. Is Patrick Peterson? I think I was once quoted saying I think he's the top 3 cornerback in the NFL.
You were? Maybe. I think you said he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
No, I wouldn't have said that. But maybe top. Yeah, I definitely would have said top 3.
Yeah.
But what has he done?
Yeah.
NFC North.
Fuck the Packers.
NFC South.
All right. Atlanta Falcons. That's my pick. Pick for obvious reasons. I don't think anyone is presenting a real challenge to what they've been doing the last few years.
We thought they'd take a step back.
Yeah, and they have.
They definitely have. Their defense is a lot worse. That's what concerns me.
Yeah.
But look who they're playing against. Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. Saints, better than you thought or no? Because I was a lot higher on them than you were.
They're better than I thought.
Still not saying much though.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Bucks, worse than I thought. They do not look good.
Yeah. And who knows? Hey, they were just hit by a hurricane. Who knows?
They do got the muscle hamster coming back.
Oh, yeah. That guy's a real difference maker. I mean, right now they're starting Jaquiz Rogers.
Yeah, he's been bad. I thought he was going to be really good for a couple weeks as a plug and play, but that takes us to our James Paxton Gerbil of the Sode Award. It goes to the hamster, the muscle hamster of all people.
Gerbil of the Sode.
Household award around here, as everyone knows.
I wonder what that one looks like.
You don't want to know.
It's just like a gold-plated hamster wheel.
Emanating a beam of light at all times.
All right, very quickly. Out of those teams, or maybe you don't think it'll be one of those teams, it'll be a wild card team. Who are your 2 picks for a Super Bowl right now?
Ooh. So I'm going to start with the AFC. Mm-hmm. I think it's got to be someone in the AFC West.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Patriots have their historically bad D. I don't see that getting worked out completely in a full season. That's a huge turnaround.
It would be, but it would be very Belichickian.
But would it be very Patrician is the question.
Yeah, fair point.
I want to say the Steelers, but I always do and I'm always wrong. Yeah. So I'm going to go with my underdog in the Raiders. I think really? Marshawn gets that appearance.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that so much.
That's my AFC. Who's your AFC pick?
AFC, I picked the Patriots. It's a pretty safe pick.
I don't know about safe.
Just by the numbers, in the last 15.
He's been crunching the numbers. He has a calculator in front of him. One of those little green tax visors.
It actually is a calculator. So,
who do you have for the NFC? Oh no. Don't even say it. Please.
Fuck the Packers. Who do you have?
Fuck the Packers.
Yeah.
But honestly, I got the Falcons over them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Pure offensive shootout.
Yeah. And Atlanta took it to the Packers already once this year. That was awesome.
Then they're going to lose whoever they play against. I have a feeling, again, in dramatic fashion.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not the Patriots this year.
Fuck the Patriots. Week 5?
Week 5.
Little predictions, a little predicky-dicky action.
Yes. How much time do we have?
Just gonna go winner, loser, nothing else?
Yeah, let me pull up the matchups here.
I can just read them too. I got them up.
Do it.
All right, Thursday night football game. Patriots, Bucks. Who do you got?
Patriots.
I got Pats as well. Comeback week.
Mm-hmm.
Jets, Browns. Keep in mind, the Jets haven't been as bad as we thought they would be.
I was going to say, I feel like I should pick the Jets based on their performance the last couple of weeks, but the Browns have shown that they're very variable in how they might come out. That being said, I'm going to go with the Jets.
I'm going to go with the Browns.
Okay.
They're due.
That's
just to make me look better early on. Panthers, Lions.
Lions.
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Okay.
I think Cam's going to ride that. Oh, God, I hate myself for this, but swag high from last week.
So much swag. Did you see his fedora?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
His Fundora.
Oh, God.
49ers, Colts. Oh, is this the worst game of the week? Is this the James Paxton Injury of the Week award go to this whole game?
Yes, it does. I don't know the rest of the games, but there's no way there's a game worse than this one.
I got to go with the ex-Patriots quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, leading him to victory. Frank Gore revenge game?
Ooh, that's an element of this game.
Probably won't happen, though. He's too old.
He is pretty old. That being said, I'm going to pick the Niners here. I think their defense...
More like 40 whiners.
That's true. That is true.
And if you guys at home didn't hear me, I said whiners with a WH, not a 4 and then a 9.
Connoisseurs.
Idiots.
Of the vino.
Titans, Dolphins.
I think this will be a pretty close game, but I'll go with the Titans. That defense is legit, and as much as I love Cuddy.
Yeah, it's got to be the Titans. Bills, Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Bills here.
I'm going to go Bengals.
There are some bad games this week.
There are some really bad games. It's really hard to do in a eliminator pick 'em.
Yeah.
A bunch of random stuff going on right now.
Yeah, we don't know who anybody is yet.
Speaking of bad games, after that is the Chargers, Giants.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This might be the worst game.
We should just get Madden and play it instead.
We should get Madden. We talked about that.
I saw a special the other day. It was down to like $19.
What?
Yeah, I should have texted you. I almost did. That's on me.
That bucket's on him.
I'm going to go Giants. I think the shitstorm continues for the Chargers, even though they're the better team.
I'm going to also go with the Giants. First of all, they have to win eventually, right? Second of all, the Chargers are pretty bad.
This is the closest thing to a home game that they get, being an away game for the Chargers. So, there's that.
There's going to be a lot of LA people in New York.
Yeah. Jags, Steelers.
Ooh, this is intriguing.
It is. Bortleback was really bad last week.
Yeah.
Got to be the Steelers at home.
Yeah.
The away game, I think about it. Cards, Eagles.
Cards, Eagles. I'm going to go with the Eagles here. The Cardinals are not good.
They're not.
Yeah.
But the Eagles' defense is also bad. I'm going to go Cards upset.
Okay. I see you.
And if the Eagles win, I'll take them more serious.
Yeah, I will say Larry Fitzgerald is still good somehow. Other than that, they've got nothing.
Witchcraft. The Sea Chickens, not the Hawks. Yes. Versus the Rams. That'll be a good game, I think.
It will be a good game. I'm hopeful of one thing. That when Jeff Fisher left, presumably taking the mediocrity of the last 10 years or whatever.
So did the upsets.
So did whatever that fucking magic was that made the Rams beat the Seahawks every year. Fuck that, man.
I think the Seahawks win in like a 17-15 game where all 15 points are Greg the Leg field goals.
Greg the Leg. It's in LA. And I'm going to give it to LA.
Ooh. You just hate yourself right now. You'll get over it. Ravens, Raiders.
Right now.
That could be a decent game. It'd be a really boring one.
Raiders.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Pack.
Yeah.
Cowboys are playing bunk right now.
Yeah. I would like to see what that Packers defense does against that Cowboys O-line. They've had a few games where that Packers defense looked really good, and that's a great benchmark to test yourself against.
True. Chiefs, Texans. At Houston.
At Houston.
I'm going to go Houston here.
That's a bold pick.
It is. I don't think they're good. I just think the Chiefs are overrated, and it's a ripe time to get that nice little upset in.
That is absolutely fair, and I respect that pick. I'm still going to pick the Chiefs, but
You'll be right.
This week is the week where we know, is Deshaun Watson legit, or is he just a flat?
Yeah. But if he does bad, you can't be like, oh, wow, yeah, fluke, he sucked. Because the Chiefs' D is legit.
That's true. But if he does well, it does say something.
Yeah. We'll be able to tell what kind of bad things happen.
Yep.
And the Monday night game, a real dud. Vikings, Bears.
Oh, no. Mitchell Trubisky.
Troops.
Oh, man. Troops.
Support the troops. Snitch. I need to get a bumper sticker that says support the troops. Never heard that before. Proud of myself for that one.
I'd buy that bumper sticker.
Thank you.
Bears fan. I'm going to go with the Vikings here.
Same.
Losing Dalvin Cook was a big loss, but the Bears are really bad.
All their assets rely on the running backs, which the Vikings are well equipped to handle, I feel like.
Yeah. Investing everything you have into running backs. Great idea in today's NFL.
Yeah, never hurts. Stupid Seahawks. Idiots.
Fucking idiots. Anything else we wanted to talk about NFL?
No. Nice and concise little pod.
All right. That is what we have for the NFL this week. We gave you your picks. We guarantee that you will make money on our picks. That's a binding guarantee. Moving forward to our closing segments here. You just got back from a bachelor party. Tell me a little bit about that.
In bed by 11 because Eric wasn't there. Up by 5 a.m.
Wait, is this the same Eric who frequently calls into our show?
Yeah, guy's a party animal apparently. According to him, his word, not mine.
He's an animal of some kind.
So I believe we mentioned once that there was going to be a bachelor party, and then he just hammered our call line saying, "Hey, can I go? I'll keep you guys up really late. We'll hang out all the time and drink so much."
You would have been iced probably 3 times in the first half hour of this bachelor party.
Every shoe in a 2-mile radius was getting an ice in it.
And we know that you're not a Renidger, so...
Oh. If you're not familiar, you probably think that's racist.
Oh, that was an inside joke that is not racist in any way.
Support the troops.
That's a real guarantee, not like our money one. All right. Second quick update here. You were married now 2.5 months ago. Give us a quick update on married life. How are things going?
Fine.
All right. That's married life, and that's our podcast. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, go fuck yourself. Any parting words, James?
Yeah. If you like the show, feel free to eat shit and die.
All right. Thank you all. Love you. All right. That is what we have for the NFL this week. We gave you your picks. We guarantee that you will make money on our picks. That's a binding guarantee. Moving forward to our closing segments here. You just got back from a bachelor party. Tell me a little bit about that.
In bed by 11 because Eric wasn't there. Up by 5 a.m.
Wait, is this the same Eric who frequently calls into our show?
Yeah, guy's a party animal apparently. According to him, his word, not mine.
He's an animal of some kind.
So I believe we mentioned once that there was going to be a bachelor party, and then he just hammered our call line saying, "Hey, can I go? I'll keep you guys up really late. We'll hang out all the time and drink so much."
You would have been iced probably 3 times in the first half hour of this bachelor party.
Every shoe in a 2-mile radius was getting an ice in it.
And we know that you're not a Renidger, so...
Oh. If you're not familiar, you probably think that's racist.
Oh, that was an inside joke that is not racist in any way.
Support the troops.
That's a real guarantee, not like our money one. All right. Second quick update here. You were married now 2.5 months ago. Give us a quick update on married life. How are things going?
Fine.
All right. That's Married Life, and that's our podcast. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, go fuck yourself. Any parting words, James?
Yeah. If you like the show, feel free to eat shit and die.
All right. Thank you all. Love you. All right. That is what we have for the NFL this week. We gave you your picks. We guarantee that you will make money on our picks. That's a binding guarantee. Moving forward to our closing segments here. You just got back from a bachelor party. Tell me a little bit about that.
In bed by 11 because Eric wasn't there. Up by 5 a.m.
Wait, is this the same Eric who frequently calls into our show?
Yeah, guy's a party animal apparently. According to him, his word, not mine.
He's an animal of some kind.
So I believe we mentioned once that there was going to be a bachelor party, and then he just hammered our call line saying, "Hey, can I go? I'll keep you guys up really late. We'll hang out all the time and drink so much."
You would have been iced probably 3 times in the first half hour of this bachelor party.
Every shoe in a 2-mile radius was getting an ice in it.
And we know that you're not a renidger, so...
Oh, if you're not familiar, you probably think that's racist.
Oh, that was an inside joke that is not racist in any way.
Support the troops.
That's a real guarantee, not like our money one. All right. Second quick update here. You were married now 2.5 months ago. Give us a quick update on married life. How are things going?
Fine.
All right. That's Married Life, and that's our podcast. Thank you for listening.